So the first demand that I'm going to make on behalf of all Canadians across Canada is that we identify February 19th Patriots Day in Canada. This, right now, and I don't care if it's on any piece of paper, right now, as of now, February 19th is Patriots Day in Canada. So, my name is Mark Friesen. I'm from Saskatoon. I have a small business in Saskatoon. I worked for the government for 25 years in prison. So, I understand how government works, or better phrased, doesn't work. I'm just a prairie boy with a deep love of my country and my fellow Canadians, my culture of freedom, liberty, responsibility, tolerance, equality, hard work, hockey, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. But it's interesting because I've never considered myself a patriot. I've never had to identify openly and loudly as a patriot. Of course, I've always been one. I've always felt it like the rest of us. We win a gold medal, I cry because we win a gold. So I'm a patriot and I'm now a loud patriot. It's necessary for us to become patriots. And I was inspired to be loud and proud about being a patriot because of the individual that works in that office that we pay for, that we call Prime Minister. I won't refer to him by name. I don't believe he deserves the respect because he does not respect any of us. So when I refer to him, I will refer to him as Little Potato. Thank you to the Chinese. I'll tell you what really, the day where I woke up angry is when the day when I woke up and I heard he say openly that Canada is a post-nation state. What? And that's coming from the leader of our country. Calling my country a post-nation state?
He's a traitor!
We have veterans. We have veterans in our families that gave everything, sacrificed all for our sovereignty, for our nation, for our freedom and our liberty. Nobody, including our Prime Minister, is going to give that away. But we have to understand why he did that. It wasn't just some flippant remark. That was a message to his UN puppet masters. That's what that was.
No UN!
Now our successive governments, they have, since 1972, sold us out to the UN in differing degrees. They've signed on and been party to the Sustainable Development Agenda.
I hear ya!
Now that agenda is an extremely large document that has evolved into a behemoth that has created all of the policies that we're standing around looking at in Canada wondering, where is this coming from? For example, the carbon tax. How is a carbon tax applicable to Canadians? When you consider, they like to tell us that our emissions, our contribution globally is 1.6%. But that's before they count all the trees in our country, which is 318 billion, give or take a few million. We are a carbon sink in Canada. This scam they call climate change, this scam they call, and they're going to defeat it with carbon tax, is exactly that. It's a scam. They've convinced, with the help of the media, they have convinced many, many folks that we're going to do something by paying a carbon tax. No, we're not. Well, we are. What they're doing with the UN, backing from the UN, is it's part of the redistribution of wealth program that they've instituted on a global level.
Agenda 30.
They are taking wealth from the West and they are redistributing it throughout the world. They've been doing this for years, for 50 years. And if it was something that was going to work, wouldn't it have worked all right now and we wouldn't have a migrant crisis?
You're
The
right.
fact of the matter is, it doesn't work because that money never sees the people on the ground. Now, while I talk about migrants, I want to make it very clear. This vest does not represent racism. This vest does not represent violence. This vest represents freedom. This vest represents sovereignty. This vest represents unity. We are a country of immigrants.
We are.
We built this great country of immigrants. We want more immigration. We need more immigration. But we need to determine these policies in Canada for Canadians.
Absolutely.
Not some policy developed by an international body that has zero interest in Canada's best interests. In fact, they want us divided, as they've been dividing us for years. They've been dividing us by provinces. They've been dividing us by regions. They've been dividing us by issues. What I saw on this convoy from Saskatoon, where I joined in Regina, what I saw was unbelievable.